James Brrraains Having a Life here with a track by track. We are covering Gojira's most successful album? Probably.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, it's certainly the one that catapulted them into the stratosphere, as it were. And it is L'Enfant Sauvage, released in 2012, 26th of June 2012, their 5th studio album, and it was released via Roadrunner Records. Whenever I think of L'Enfant Sauvage, I basically think of one song. I do, every time. I don't want to, but I can't help myself.
I mean, it's not even just that it's the best song. That the one song that you're talking about it basically just epitomises modern Gojira for me, man. It's my favourite Gojira song.
It may very well be too. There's an early song. One day we will cover this album, which has the very first Gojira song that I fell in love with. And I can't wait to talk about it because whenever I hear it now, because I don't listen to that regularly, I'm always like, God, I fucking love this. But yeah, this is L'Enfant Sauvage. Let's get on to that, and we're going to go through it as we always do. Beginning with Explosia. An apt title as Gojira do explode the life here, immediately recognisable, and I love the drumming. It's energetic, but all quality Gojira tracks got depth.
Yeah, it's a really good start. I love the opening riff, but I love that when it comes to life, basically when he does that shout of "go,"
yes,
and then it switches to the drum heavy music, man. It switches up a lot trying to track. It's quite a long song.
Yeah,
I actually have quite a few like this on the album. It's quite a long album, but yeah, I think for me it really epitomises modern Gojira and their eclectic stylings.
Yeah, it's often a live guarantee.
Yeah.
The title track's next, L'Enfant Sauvage. The chaotic bursts that move us away from the ringing guitar rhythm make the difference here. Although it should be noted that the vocals are fantastic on this one. I mean, he's always fucking great vocally. But every so often, I think you just get... There might be something that jerks you out of the malaise of where you're just used to hearing it.
Yeah.
And you're like, oh shit, this is quality. Even though, of course it is.
Yeah, I think it's a brilliant song.
Yeah.
Brilliant. Love it. Love the guitar melody during the verses. The drumming is phenomenal as usual. I love the way it drops in and out and explodes back. And even at the end, I even really enjoy the 30 seconds of faded music at the end. Which is like, there's no reason to like that whatsoever, but I even like that.
It just works.
Yeah.
The axe. The wall of guitars and drums that come from the start is something else. It's got a darker and deeper rhythm. It's probably Gojira, at least in this album, at the darkest and most violent sounding. However, it also has a catchy chorus, amazingly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think, it's one of my favourites, actually. I think the intro is amazing. I love how it starts off with no warning at all, just kind of jumps straight in.
Yep.
Vocals are superb, all the different rhythms going off are brilliant. And the main riff is just so addictive to listen to, just gets stuck in your head.
It does, it was. I was humming this one, trying to hum it as much as afterwards. Liquid Fire. This is a track off the album that probably gets one of the least regular plays for me, which I have no idea why, because it is fucking fantastic. And it's just like when I re-listen, I'm like, why am I not listening to this more regularly? You know?
Yeah, that's it. This was my favourite song on the album for a very long time. Very, very long time.
Yeah.
Man. I think it's so damn catchy. The drums, the beat at the beginning, it's just brilliant. It's brilliant.
I think it's arguably the second most epic sounding on the album.
Yeah.
Wild Healer. It's a nice change of pace here because we are like 5th track in, and it's eerie, cold, trippy melody, cool sounding.
Yeah, I think I like it. It's a pretty neat little instrumental. I put it down as a bit of a kind of palate cleanser.
Yeah.
After the absolutely kind of crazy 5-tracker that you start off with, it was a nice little, catch your breath kind of.
Almost needed because of what follows as well.
Yeah.
Which is planned obsolescence. It's the name of the game of this one seems to be with Gojira to go as hard and hot and heavy as possible.
Yeah.
Fucking hell, yeah. The drums alone.
Yeah, I like it a lot. I do. I don't think it's as good. I think it's part of the problem I had with the back end of this album. In part, is that it starts off just so strong. This album, man.
Yeah.
And it's like it's almost impossible to just keep that trajectory.
Of course, yeah.
So there are songs where I'll say that I don't think they're as good, but this isn't that they're bad songs. This is that whole fine line thing again.
Yes.
And I like this. I think it's very good. I think it's great riffs. I love the little clean singing moments, but I just don't think it's as good as what came before.
Agreed. I agree with you in that, yeah. And I'd agree with it as well with Mouth of Colour. The shift in tempo, while retaining that sense of unbridled but focused fury, doom levels of heavy pacing at times. Really, really like it. but it's not one that, like I said, it's that minor. Okay, I'm probably not going to hit this repeat as much.
Yeah, and I'm pretty much the same. I think it's a very, very strong song. I think the drums are great. I love that it's actually like it's got a lot more heaviness to parts of it. I think the verses are quite heavy and the chorus too. I love the drums in the ending when it all breaks down as well too. So it's a very, very strong song.
Yeah. And then we get to it, the song we referenced at the start.
Yeah.
It's called A Gift of Guilt. And the best Gojira song ever written. Certainly ever written. Stunning, beauty in a metal track personified. I never get tired of hearing it.
Yeah, I agree. I wrote the song.
Yeah.
The guitars are perfect. It's the song I play to people when trying to introduce Gojira to them.
Yeah.
I adore it, and it's one of those songs that I genuinely classify as just perfect. It's a perfect song.
I really love the bit near the end where it drops away and builds back up.
Yeah.
And just that chorus, fuck me. It kills live too.
Yeah, it does.
When we were at Brixton, it was the final song they played, and I don't think we'd have minded had he not played it because I think it was still going to be quality.
Yeah.
But when that opening down and in and it kicks in, it's just like, oh my fucking god.
Yeah, it's the little icing on the cake at
Yes.
the end of like a perfect night, wasn't it?
Yes. Pain is a master, and thing is, like, this is arguably the weakest track for me because it's got two problems. One is, how the fuck do you follow the Gift of Guilt?
Yeah.
Like, what can you possibly do? And while I don't mind the mellow start, it never really catches fire for me.
Right. Yeah, I like it. I do quite like this song.
Okay.
I think it's a nice little change up. The intro is fresh and exciting. I like how it explodes into life. It's really heavy for the most part, but then it just switches brilliantly into this kind of groovy beast near the end of it. I like the slow down vocals. I like a lot of it. What I kind of pointed out on this one, I think more than anything else, was I just felt like it was a really clever song.
Clever.
Yeah. I felt it was like really, really well pieced together.
Okay.
I think the Gift of Guilt is perfection, but it's also quite a simplistic song, which may be one of the reasons.
Verse, chorus, yeah.
You know, whereas I think Pain's a Master is a complicated, kind of complex beast. You know.
Yeah. Yeah, I'd go with that as well into Born in Winter.
Yeah.
Which is, at this point, really surprising because it's basically let's chill out for a bit. It's melodic, it's the penultimate track, it still sounds Gojira when it's soft, and then as it becomes a raging beast as it goes on.
Yeah.
I love it. Yeah.
Yeah, this one grew on me.
Yep.
It wasn't one of my favourites for a while, but I would class it as like one of my favourite songs now.
Yep.
I think it was probably more as I started learning to appreciate Gojira, which
Right.
I didn't always in there pre this album. This album made me a Gojira fan, and made me like songs from previous albums where I didn't before.
Yeah.
You know, and I think when I first listened to this album, I was listening to it as not a Gojira fan, and then becoming a fan, so I didn't like it then. Now I listen to it and I'm like, I get it.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So I can listen to it now and I completely get it.
No, I agree.
I think, it's really good. But weirdly, I would have gone, now it's too wacky. I probably would have said something like it's too wacky for me, too
Progressive,
out of time, too progressive, too technical, you know, like 10 years ago.
No, I agree with you. It's not like I'm sitting on some pedestal. I like Gojira songs beforehand, but this was the first full Gojira album that I liked.
Yeah.
You know, it's as simple as that. And then it wraps up with The Fall, and I've written 3 words. Oh, that's bassy. That's it.
Yeah.
Not much more else to say.
Yeah, no, it is. Yeah, I think it's a great song. Great way to end the album. Lots going on. Another brilliant chorus. Another good example of what Gojira are, I think. But yeah, I don't know. Like it's a near faultless album.
It is.
You know, it's pretty fucking close, isn't it?
It really is. And trying to pick, do as always, pick your 3 songs.
Gift of Guilt,
of course.
Liquid Fire, and my other one,
Shit.
The Axe.
Shit, because I'm like The Axe, Explosia.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I'd say you can't even just go take the first 5 because the Gift of Guilt's further down.
Yeah. I mean, the Gift of Guilt, 100%. Liquid Fire, yeah, great one. It's just Explosion because, I want to be different. Yeah, there you go.
Because I want to be different.
Yeah. L'Enfant Sauvage by Gojira. That's our track by track chat about. Let us know in the comments what you think of the album, which your favourite tracks are. Thank you very much for watching. You can check us out on gbhbl.com as well as on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter and Tumblr. Go to Patreon and help us out over there. That's patreon.com/gbhbl, as well as Big Cartel, where you can find some of our merchandise. We have a podcast running on SoundCloud and Apple Podcasts. And of course, if you like this video, do us a favour, hit the subscribe button and help the channel grow. Games, horror and heavy metal. What else is life for?